Yes, first students, electric dipole. It is one combination of 2-point electric charges having same magnitude but opposite nature. That is, one is minus q, another is plus q. One is minus q, another is plus q. These 2-point charges separated by the distance to 2l students. Separated by the distance to 2l. So it is one electric dipole. Now in that electric dipole, one parameter, that is electric dipole moment, that parameter is defined. Yes, here to represent this electric dipole strength, one parameter we need. That parameter is electric dipole moment. That electric dipole moment P bar equal to 2L bar. It is a vector, students. Dipole moment is a vector. 2L bar into Q. And its direction from negative to positive. Not from positive to negative. Negative to positive, students. So this is the negative, this is positive. So it is the direction of our electric dipole moment. Yes, electric dipole. The meaning of electric dipole, it is the combination of 2-point charges having the same strength but of opposite nature, separated by some fixed distance. Here in the present example, that is 2L. And this dipole is represented with the dipole moment. Yes, so student, this type of dipole moments now many now came in your chemistry chapters. Dipole moments. So that dipole is nothing but this dipole. So dipole moment P bar equal to 2L bar into Q. So magnitude of the dipole moment is product of any one charge, either Q or this Q. Just a product and distance between these two. That is 2L. And it is a vector. So that's why now representation also vector representation. Yes, magnitude completed, students. What is the direction? Direction is from negative to positive. This is the dipole moment direction. Yes, now dipole moment introduction completed. Now coming to electric field on axial line of electric dipole, on equatorial line of electric dipole, and any another point due to electric dipole. But electric field already completed. One more time now I will explain. Yes, first to dipole moment completed. From here to here now you please take one. Yes, now electric field on axial line of electric dipole. Yes, it is electric dipole minus Q plus Q. This is the midpoint. This is O, separated by the distance 2L. Therefore, dipole moment we know, students, 2L into Q. This is axial line. Here one point A I am taking. So that point is at a distance small x from the midpoint of dipole. At this point number A, students, already electric dipole we derived in case of electric field main concept. So that's why directly here I am writing. Yes, electric field E equal to K. K, students, 1 by 4 pi epsilon r. 2 into 2LQX divided by x square minus L square whole square, students. That already we derived. That's why to directly written there. Yes, for any reference purpose, you can now open your electric field concept notebook. K into 2 into 2LQX divided by x. Now, students, this 2LQ place we can write now dipole moment P. So therefore here 2KP px divided by x square minus L square whole square. And students, here one more point. Yes, other than in between minus q and plus q, other than this place, any place if you take either here or even here on the axial line, you will get electric field like this only. That means electric field on axial line in the same direction of dipole moment, because dipole moment also like this only. So direction of electric field on axial line is in the same direction of dipole moment, but this is not valid in between minus q to plus q. Yes, in between minus q to plus q opposite. Remaining any place if you take on axial line, yes, electric field dipole moment to same direction. That's why we can write, students, here vector form also like that. E bar to P bar. But it is not valid in between minus q to plus q. But in between minus q to plus q, how to solve? That is now, suppose here you need. Take no individual now. Due to minus q how much? Due to plus q how much? Then later now vector action. Yes, so students, now here one more special case is there. Suppose this dipole is somewhat small dipole, short dipole, means this L somewhat less when compared with X. That means point is far away from the dipole. Yes, now we can go for the approximation. Means X is far greater than L. Suppose if X is far greater than L, then E equal to 2kpx divided by, students, here x far greater than, we can neglect L square by x square term. So that means indirectly here x to the power of 4, 1x cancel. So therefore E bar equal to k into 2p bar divided by x. K into 2p bar divided by x cube, students. Yes, E bar direction, P bar direction both same. That's why now in the vector format now I have written. This is electric field on axial line. All students now one time take from here to here electric field on axial line. Up to here accurate principle. Yes, now this is approximated, but it is valid for only small, that is short dipoles. Come on, fast. Take from here to here. I am moving to another topic. Okay, students, now axial line completed. Come to equatorial line. This is equatorial line, students. This is angle 90. Yes, here some distance y from the midpoint. Electric field now, that is point number B, electric field question mark. Yes, this concept already completed in our main electric field class. So from that now I am writing electric field E equal to K into 2LQ divided by L square plus Y square whole to the power of 3 by 2. Students, already we derived this equation. Yes, any reference purpose now, you simply now revise our notebook. K into 2LQ divided by, this is electric field. And one more important point, students, here dipole moment to direction like this, but electric field direction opposite. So that's why here E on equatorial, you can write, students, K minus P bar divided by L square plus Y square whole to the power of 3 by. Why minus P bar? Because directional, electric field directional, dipole moment to both opposite. So it is not K minus P bar, no. It is K into minus P bar. So this is accurate principle now. Now come to approximate principle. Yes, students, now electric field on equatorial line completed. Now, if L somewhat now less than y means this y far greater than length of dipole. So then we can take approximation. Yes, on equatorial line K P divided by, yes, here when compared with y square, L square is very small. That's why L square by y square we can neglect. After neglecting, yes, here y cube you will get equal to Kp by y. Now students, suppose you need vector form. You can write E bar here minus Kp. This is on equatorial line. This is on axial line. Yes, equatorial line also completed, students. Please now one time, please take that. Now electric field, another point I will explain. Yes, students, please remember these two formulae. On axial line for a short dipole, K into 2p divided by x cube. On equatorial line, Kp divided by y cube. Directions already mentioned. Yes, students, now for a sharp dipole, yes, here one dipole now I am taking. This is P bar. One dipole. Yes, here it is axial line, it is equatorial line. With the axial line at a distance small r, from here center of dipole to this point, distance is a small r. At this distance, electric field E equal to question mark, and this is making an angle theta. Students, now dipole at a distance small r from the dipole at an angle theta, electric field equal to question mark. So this can now be found by resolving our electric dipole moment. Students, this is dipole moment. I am resolving this dipole moment. One component, this component to P cos theta. This component, it is a P sin. Students, now total dipole moment I am resolving into two components, P cos theta and then P sin theta. P cos theta, P sin theta. Now this point, whatever may be the point, suppose point number A. This point is on axial line of P cos theta and equatorial line of P sin theta. That means indirectly here, electric field is vector addition of two dipoles. One is P cos theta, another is P sin theta. For P cos theta, point A is axial line. So that's why this is E is nothing but a K into 2P cos theta divided by R cube. So this is now K into 2P cos theta by R cube. This is electric field due to only P cos theta. Now due to P sin theta, This is k into p sin theta divided by r cube. Why like that means it is axial line of p cos theta. This point is on equatorial line of p sin theta. That's the reason. So now students, here two electric fields perpendicular to each other. That's why resultant electric field E is making an angle alpha with this line. So now this I am writing, students, this is E1, it is E2. It is E1, it is E2. Vector addition of E1 and E2 is nothing but our resultant electric field. Therefore, students, E equal to under root E1 square plus E2 square, because both are perpendicular to each other. So then now small simplification, Kp by R cube, Kp by R cube both common. Kp by R cube under root. Students, here sin square theta plus here now 2 cos theta whole square. So sin square theta plus cos square theta, that is 1, but still now 3 cos square theta is pending. So 1 plus 3 cos square theta. This is now resultant electric field at a distance small r from a small dipole. Yes, next to this angle tan alpha opposite, that is now E2 divided by E1. E2 divided by E1. Yes, tan alpha E2 divided by E1, E2. This is now sin theta divided by here 2 cos theta. Nothing but a tan theta by. So therefore, students, alpha equal to tan inverse tan theta by 2. Don't now cancel tan now. This is tan theta by 2. It is not tan of theta by 2 now. Tan theta by 2. So students, now both magnitude and direction both completed. Okay. Yes, this is the total electric field at any point due to small dipole. Whatever the point, suppose if you take an axial line, theta equal to 0, equatorial line 90, any other point, so you can take. So this is students electric field due to electric dipole completely over. One time please take that. Yes, so students, now electric field completed. Electric potential due to our electric dipole. Potential due to dipole. Yes, potential now, students, now it is scalar only. So you need to just add two potentials. Yes, so here minus q plus q. This is the midpoint on axial line. On axial line, any one point A at a distance x if you take. So here students, V equal to V1 plus V2. V1 is due to minus Q, V2 is due to plus Q. And here to here L, here to here L. Yes, now V1 plus V2, therefore V equal to V1 students, K minus Q divided by X plus L plus KQ divided by x minus. Just simply now addition by taking nature of the charge. Yes, later x square minus L square k cube minus of x minus L plus x plus L. Yes, minus x plus x cancel. L 2L. So students, k into 2L cube divided by x square minus L square. We can write kp divided by x square minus L square. So students, now it is potential on axial line at a distance small x from the center, k into dipole moment divided by x square minus L square. All students know on equatorial line potential is 0 because potential due to minus q, potential due to plus q both cancel out. So that's why on equatorial line potential 0. Next to any other point, if you take, suppose here one point at an angle theta. Yes, suppose now this electric dipole, not small dipole. You need to solve the problem by taking individual distances from here to here. Mathematically, you need to find the distance. Then later here to here. So this potential plus this potential is the net potential. Suppose if it is a small dipole, yes, you know, no small dipole here, k into p cos theta. So divided by now, yes, small means that L negligible, simply r square. K p cos theta divided by r square for the small dipoles. Suppose dipole not small, you need to solve the problem v equal to v1 plus v2. v1 is due to this charge, v2 is due to this charge. v1 comma v2 depends on only the distances. By using the mathematics, we need to find the distances first, then later substitute. So students, potential also completed. Come on, take the potential one time. Yes, students, next to topic 2. Electric dipole in a uniform electric field. Electric dipole in a uniform electric field. That is influence of uniform electric field on electric dipole. This is the topic. Just wait. Yes, so students, here uniform electric field, that is E constant. Any place if you take, the direction and also magnitude of electric field is constant. Electric field is independent of the location. So that type of electric field is known as a uniform electric field. So in that uniform electric field, now I am keeping one electric dipole. Electric dipole is nothing but combination of minus q and this is plus q, students. And these two separated by the distance. This is L and L2. So minus 2 plus, this is the direction of dipole moment also. This is the P, dipole moment to P. Dipole moment to P. Yes, now number 1. Charged particles in a electric field. So definitely experience some electric force. That electric force, students, we know F equal to E into Q. And the direction of the force, direction of the electric field, both are the same when Q is positive. Opposite when Q is negative. So now here Q is positive. That's why students, here force acting on only plus Q is nothing but a EQ. That is the force acting on this particle. And similarly, force acting on this particle is EQ, but direction opposite because it is a negatively charged particle. Yes, here first force EQ and another force EQ. Students, now here on the total dipole, if you take net force is a 0. Students, now what is the total net electric force acting on a complete dipole is a 0. But on individual particles, EQ and EQ, but both are opposite to each other. So force completed, students, in a uniform electric field, electric resultant force 0. Now coming to the torque. Yes, about the center O. Yes, here students, about center O. EQ applying clockwise torque. And about O, even this EQ also applying clockwise torque. Clockwise torque in the sense torque is into the board. So students, now here torques, two torques acting on the dipole. Now first I will complete two torques, then later resultant torque also. Yes, with respect to O. Yes, all students know torque equal perpendicular distance into the force. Yes, so students, it is the force. That's why here to here perpendicular distance. Yes, I am taking this angle is a theta. Yes, what is this direction? This direction is a E bar. So now I am taking angle theta. That angle is in between electric field and now our dipole moment of the given dipole. So this is the theta. Theta, this is L. So opposite side, students, L sine theta. Yes, now due to this force, how much torque acting? EQ into L sine theta, that is one torque. Similarly, on this now, same this torque also, same perpendicular distance. Theta, yes, here also theta, same L sine theta. So now EQ into L sine theta, again EQ into L sine theta, both are clockwise. So therefore, resultant torque EQ L sine theta plus EQ L sine theta. This is 2 EQ L sine theta E into 2 LQ sine theta. You can write now resultant torque in vector format also here, students. E 2LQ sine theta. This is now P bar cross E bar, because P is nothing but now 2LQ. But some students may confuse now E bar cross P bar also. Yes, now students know direction also important. See now, suppose if you take now E bar first to then P bar. So this is counterclockwise direction will come from our vector multiplication concept. So that's why P bar cross E bar, because this torque is nothing but a clockwise torque. So resultant torque on the dipole equal to P bar cross E bar. So this is the torque acting on electric dipole, which is placed at an angle theta with uniform electric field. So this is the resultant torque. Yes, but force 0, but torque not 0. Torque equal to P bar cross E bar. So students, here this torque tau equal to P sine theta magnitude wise. So torque P sine theta, students, here theta suppose 0 or theta equal to 180. Yes, either theta equal to 0 or theta equal to 180, students, now sine value 0. That means torque 0. So here torque 0, even here also torque 0. Students, here resultant torque 0 means Yes, our dipole is in rotational equilibrium. But which type of equilibrium? So this is a stable equilibrium. This is unstable equilibrium. Yes, so students, now our electric dipole theta equal to 0 means, yes, our electric dipole moment to electric field both parallel. So resultant torque to 0, and even if you disturb our electric dipole from the direction of electric field, again this dipole come to the direction of electric field. That means there is a stable equilibrium condition. Suppose theta equal to 180. Suppose student, this is electric field, this is dipole, both opposite. Right now theta equal to 180, that's why torque to 0. Suppose if you small disturb this, then automatically it will come like that. So that is an unstable equilibrium. Yes, one time now from here to here, students, now please take that now. Resultant force 0, but torque not 0 concept I completed. Okay. Yes, you please now take that. Come on fast. Yes, so students, now come to, yes, torque force completed, torque completed, now work done. Yes, it is the direction of uniform electric field. It is our dipole moment. This is the angle theta. That is the angle theta. Yes, so students, now just now completed torque. Torque tau bar equal to P bar cross E bar. That is tau equal to P sine theta. Torque due to electric force. This is now clockwise direction. Torque due to electric force. Just now complete. Now students, electric torque clockwise acting. So that's why now definitely if you leave this, then automatically it will come like this. So to oppose that, how much external torque required? Same external torque required in opposite direction, means now in anti-clockwise direction, to maintain this dipole same location. So how much external torque required? Again now P sine theta required. So this is the external torque. This is electric torque. Now students, this dipole angle d theta, just a small angle d theta rotated. So therefore, for that rotation, work done by external torque in rotating small angle d theta. Small angle d theta. Yes, how much now that is external work done? P sine theta into d. So now this is for a small angle d theta. Suppose we need now total angle from theta 1 to theta 2, suppose now rotated. Then what is now net work done from theta 1 to theta 2? Theta 1 no initial angle, theta 2 final angle. So therefore, yes, all students know integral sine theta d theta minus cos theta. So therefore, P minus cos theta, lower limit theta 1, upper limit theta 2. But now minus is there. So that's why directly I am writing, students, cos theta 1 minus cos theta. Yes, work done by external agent. external torque in rotating a electric dipole from theta 1 to theta 2. From theta 1 to theta 2. Yes, how much work done? P into cos theta 1 minus cos theta. But students, already we discussed in the third class. So that means electrostatics 1, 2 over third one means now Wednesday last. Yes, in that class, work done by external force or external torque. That is now increase of electrostatic potential energy. Electric force means opposite, but here external agent, that means change in potential energy. So here students, I am writing final potential energy minus initial potential energy. So final potential energy minus initial potential energy is like that. But suppose we need just potential energy. Yes, now how you calculate just potential energy? If you make initial potential energy 0, then obviously now final potential energy is nothing but a potential energy. So for that now, yes, here initial means what is the angle? Initial angle theta 1. So for if ui equal to 0 at theta 1 90 degrees, then final potential energy is nothing but potential energy Pe into cos 90. That now we know 0. 0 minus cos theta 2. Yes, here UF means final. Final angle is a theta. Yes, therefore potential energy equal to students minus Pe cos theta if theta 2, second angle is a theta. So this minus Pe cos theta, students, you can write potential energy is minus dot product of P bar and E. So this is potential energy stored in this electric dipole when placed in a uniform electric field. That is now electrostatic potential energy. Please remember, U equal to minus P bar dot, that is dot product with the electric field. Yes, from here to here one time please take now. This is electrostatic potential energy stored in a dipole. Okay, come on fast, complete. And here one more important point, work done by external agent in rotating a dipole from theta 1 to theta 2 means theta 1 initial, theta 2 final. This is the answer. P into cos theta 1 minus cos theta. Suppose examiner now find the work done by electrostatic torque in rotating the dipole from theta 1 to theta 2, suppose ask just opposite of this because these two opposite. P into cos theta 2 minus cos theta 1 you should write. Okay, yes, come on from here to here take now. Yes, so students, now torque concept completed. Small conclusion on this. So this is electric field E. So in this uniform electric field, suppose now this direction electric field is there, uniform electric field is there. A electric dipole freely suspended, suppose freely suspended. Then that electric dipole come to the rest in the direction of electric field. Direction of electric field. That is a stable equilibrium. Suppose students, if you disturb that electric dipole from stable equilibrium, to some small angle theta. Then what happens? Yes, now originally dipole also in the same direction of electric field. Now I am disturbing. Yes, after disturbing, this is now dipole moment. This is a theta. Then already we discussed here torque tau equal to P sine theta will act on the dipole. So this torque, nothing but electric torque. This torque try to bring this dipole again in the direction of a stable equilibrium. So indirectly, student, this torque we can call it as a restoring torque. Now restoring torque is opposite to angular displacement to theta. And now if theta is very small, then we can write, students, torque approximately PE into theta. But torque tau equal to I alpha. Alpha, yes, I alpha. Alpha angular acceleration. Yes, all I told now, tau and theta both are opposite. Now here, theta counterclockwise direction, torque clockwise. That's why it is known as a restoring torque. That means here, our simple harmonic, angular simple harmonic motion condition is satisfied. So it is a angular SH. So in that angular SHM, alpha equal to PE by I into theta. This is nothing but omega square theta. Yes, already know this alpha theta both opposite. Alpha clockwise, theta counterclockwise. That's why alpha equal to minus also, but already direction we discussed, not required. So therefore, angular frequency of oscillations, omega equal to under root P divided by I. Then you can write now even 2 pi by time period also. Yes, so students, here P is nothing but a dipole moment, electric field, and I is nothing but now here moment of inertia of dipole. Dipole is nothing but here minus q, here plus q is there. Yes, so two particles mass MO and distance L. That's why ml square plus ml square. 2 ml square is nothing but a moment of inertia about the center point. So now this is angular SHM of a dipole for small angles, small angular displacements from uniform electric field. Come on, take that. Yes, so students, now up to now, influence of uniform electric field on electric dipole completed. Now, influence of non-uniform electric field on our electric dipole. Yes, so students, here E non-uniform I am taking. Non-uniform means electric field depends on the location. Electric field depends on the location. Here different to here different to here different to like that, no different. Now in that now one dipole now I am keeping. Yes, so students, we know dipole, this is minus q, it is plus q. Yes, here electric field different to here electric field different. Different means not only magnet, even directions also. Yes, now here electric field even I am assuming here electric field E2. Yes, suppose this electric field this direction, force this direction, this is E1Q. Electric field this direction, here E2 into Q. But here E1 E2 not the same because it is a non-uniform. So that's why students here resultant force is not equal to zero. In case of uniform electric field that is zero, but in case of non-uniform electric field resultant force not equal to zero. And torque also might be there, but our target first to force. So therefore resultant force not equal to zero. How to find the resultant force? Yes, for this now students, now here non-uniform electric field means yes, any direction or any magnitude. So that's why here one principle, what is that? dV equal to minus E bar dot dr bar we know, and du means minus F bar dot dr bar. This is now potential difference, it is potential energy difference. So from this students I am writing electrostatic force equal to minus du by dr. Force F equal to minus du by dr. U means potential energy. That potential energy already previously completed student, that is minus P bar dot E bar. So if I substitute electric resultant force minus D minus P bar dot E bar, this is nothing but minus, now cancel out. Pe cos theta, then you can write now Px Ex Py Ey Pz Ez, complete all direction sides. Then here you can take now partial differentiation also. Dou by dou r. So this is now electric force. But now here I am taking only x direction in the present example. We can write now electric force equal to, yes, dou only Px Ex divided by dou x. So students, now it is the determination of electric force in case of non-uniform electric field. Yes, on this now one example also I will explain, but now first this is the main concept to take now example. Yes, so students, now from the final result, electric force dipole moment dou E by dou R. Dou E divided by dou R. P and E both are in the same direction. P and E both are the same. That's why now Px to Ex plus Py Ey. Now here only one direction, X I am taking. Yes, so students, here one infinite rod I am assuming. So it's a linear density lambda. Here at a distance small r, electric field equal to 2k lambda by r we know. That is k lambda by r into, yes, sine theta, lower limit minus alpha, upper limit plus beta, alpha equal to 90, beta equal to 90, 2k lambda by r. This is the direction of electric field. Now in this now electric field I am keeping one dipole of dipole moment. Yes, now here how much force is that? F equal to P only dou by dou r into 2k lambda by r. Students, 1 by r derivative, r to the power of minus 1 derivative, minus 1 r to the power of minus 2, that is exactly minus 1 by r square. Yes, here F equal to minus P into lambda divided by r square. Minus is nothing. Minus now representation here. Force this side is active. This is now minus. Force opposite to your dipole. So this is now example for the determination of resultant electric force on a electric dipole placed in non-uniform electric field. One example. Yes, so students, now one more example also. Yes, this is one example completed. Another example, students. Two dipoles now I am taking like this. Dipole number 1, dipole number 2, separated by the distance small. Students, now this dipole will provide electric field on this dipole. But that electric field E1 just now completed K into 2P divided by R cube. Because this is axial line. K into 2P divided by R cube. So in this electric field, this dipole is there. So therefore, on this dipole, force F equal to same now second dipole moment into dou E1 by dou R. Yes, so students, 1 by R cube, R to the power of minus 3. Yes, derivative minus 3, R to the power of minus 4. Yes, after substitution, minus, yes, 3 into 2, 6, K into 6 P1 P2 divided by R to the power of 4 force. So, between two dipoles placed on axial lines, what is the electric force? K into 6 P1 P2 by R to the power of 4. Suppose now one equatorial line is there, suppose one equatorial line. Then here 2 won't come. That's why here 3 P1 P2 by R to the power of 4 you will get. So now here this minus meaning I will tell just. Students, here P1 means it is minus 2, it is plus 2, it is minus 2, it is plus 2. So now here this dipole attracting the second dipole. Means this force is opposite to P2. That is the representation of a minus. Yes, so students, now two examples so completed. This is now electric force on a dipole placed in non-uniform electric field clearly hold. Okay, students, complete. Now next one, please take that. Yes, next to topic. Yes, so students, now up to now, just to dipole means one point charge here, another point charge, 2 point charges separated by some distance. So that type of dipole only we have seen. Now move to another new dipole, distributed dipole. Distributed dipole. For example, students, here one semicircular ring, uniformly charged semicircular ring. Total charge here I am taking plus Q. Yes, here uniformly charged semicircular ring, total charge Q. This is the center. From here to here, radius is R. At the center, minus Q charge kept. Students, now here minus Q just one point, but plus Q is distributed over circumference of a semicircle. So This is another type of dipole. Yes, this dipole moment how to find? Okay, just wait. So this is x-axis, this is y-axis, I assume. Yes, so students, here one small strip charge dq. Same now here also now I am taking dq. Okay, first now I am going for this way. This dq students, angle theta. Yes, here one dq. Yes, in this minus q, some small charge I am taking. Here also minus dq. Minus dq to plus dq. This is one dipole dq. Dipole dq. Now this dp I am now resolving dp cos theta, dp sin theta. Same similar to that students. Here also dp cos theta, dp sin theta. So dp sin theta term cancel. So our target only along the y-axis dipole moment only. Yes, now dp is nothing but dq into distance small r. dq into distance small. So net dipole moment equal to integral dp cos theta. Limitations to minus 92 plus 90. Minus 92 plus 90. This is dp cos theta. Yes, students, now here last week one student asked the doubt, sir, here dp cos theta, this dp cos theta, 2 dp cos theta, why not written 2? Just like this problem now, electric field at center of semicircular ring. Okay. Yes, now that students now please now understand. Here dp cos theta, 2 dp cos theta, okay. Suppose if you write 2 dp cos theta, at that time you should integrate only students from 0 to 90 because this term already taken 2 here, right? But now I did not take any 2. That's why I am integrating from this side to this side. So minus pi by 2 plus pi. Yes, now dp integral dp dq into r. dq is nothing but now lambda r d theta. Next to cos theta, but r is there, so r cos theta. That is now dp cos theta integration. Now students, lambda, this r square constant to cos theta d theta. Yes, minus 92 plus 90. Yes, students, all know integral cos theta d theta is a sin theta. Yes, sin 91 no minus of minus that now total 2. So therefore final answer students 2 lambda r square. But what is now this lambda? Lambda examiner not given. So 2 q divided by pi r into r square. 1 r cancel. Therefore dipole moment 1 r cancel out to 2 q r divided by. Yes, come on now students, take this distributed dipole moment to one example like this. Now you need to find out. Yes, lambda q by only pi r. Okay, 1 r. Yes, come on, take it. Yes, so students, now come to another distributed dipole only. Students, here one more distributed dipole example. Yes, students, here three charges are there. Yes, here it is 2q, it is minus q, it is minus q. All now this now are vertices of equatorial triangle. So now in this triangle, yes, all 60 degrees equilateral. Minus q, and then 2q. Yes, students, this 2q we can write plus q and another plus q. Yes, minus q2 plus q, one dipole. Minus q2 another plus q, another dipole. So finally, two dipoles are at an angle 60 degrees. Yes, now resultant to dipole moment. Resultant to dipole moment 2p cos 60 by 2. That is now 30 root 3 by 2. So answer root 3p root 3 into QL because it is a side L. So root 3. So students, now this is now determination of dipole moment for another distributed dipole. So students, here 2q easily we resolve now. That means separated plus q and plus q. But now always not like that. For example, students, here another example. This is now one example. Another example, students. Suppose here 5q, here 2q, here 2q is. Then how to find the dipole moment of this type of distributed dipoles? Then this now I am going to explain. This is okay, no problem. But the type of dipoles so difficult to find out the dipole moment. That I will explain, just wait. Yes, so students, not only that example, any type of district, that means combination of charges, point charges, we can find the dipole moment by using this simple principle. Yes, one coordinate system take now x, y, and even z also there. Z coordinate also there. Yes, in this coordinate system, many points like this, different points. Suppose it is q1, q2 minus q3 plus q4 minus q5 q6, like that. Now many are there. Suppose this all now coordinates x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2, like that. Now x6, y6, z6. First, you need to find out or locate coordinates of all given point charges. Then later, px equal to q1 x1. But students, here q1 means along with the sign you should consider. Even x1 also, because now it is a coordinates, maybe minus 3 or plus 3, whatever. So along with the signs you should consider q1 x1 plus q2 x2. Here minus is there, that's why now minus q3 you should take. But in this example minus q3, yes, in your next examples whatever the sign is there, that one. So q1 x1 plus q2 x2 minus q3 x3, like that. Now whatever may be the number is. This is the px. Similarly, py students, q1 y1 q2 y2 minus q3 y3, because now here q3 is a minus, that's what. Suppose here plus is there, there also plus. Similarly, pz equal to q1 z1 Q2 Z2 minus Q3 Z3 like. So students, now first you need to find Px, Py, Pz like this by taking magnitudes and even sign also, both charge and coordinates. Once completed, now dipole moment P bar equal to Px I cap plus Py j cap plus Pz k. Suppose next now once we know vector form, then you can find both the magnitude and that. So this is now complete distributed dipole. Any type of example now you can find by using a simple term. Yes, students, take now this also.